computer. Yes, guys. Hi, guys, everyone. Okay, let me just give you recording access. Yeah, Satyam. Yes, guys. Fine. So let us start the topic, guys. So first of all, guys, today the class will be for 1.5 hours.
Agile.
1.5 hours. Let us start, guys. SDLC. Have you heard about that?
Yes.
What is SDLC?
Software Development Lifecycle.
Development
Life.
Development Life Cycle. So what happened here? There are
Yes.
stages like requirement, okay,
Requirement gathering.
feasibility study, then design, then
Design.
coding, then testing,
Testing.
then installation, and what, guys? Maintenance.
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 Yes.
So what happened? The requirements are brought by whom? Do you know who brings the requirement?
Business analyst.
Business analyst brings the
Business
requirement
analyst.
from the client. Yes or no, guys? Yes, client or
Yes.
customer.
Yeah.
He's a rich man. After
Product
you
owner.
become a test lead in ETL testing or any testing, you can become a business analyst. They direct interact with whom, guys? Client.
Client. Yes.
So in service-based company, in product-based company, there's a product analyst. You know service-based company and product-based company, right?
Yes,
Service-based company which will give services, product-based company which will develop its own product like
On product.
Amazon.
Google, Amazon, Flipkart. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
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 So he will go to client and bring the requirement, and then requirement will be analyzed. Okay. And then the next step will be feasibility study. Now, guys, here feasibility study means what? Whether the application to be developed is feasible or not. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Feasible means what, guys? Doable or not. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So it is based on the cost, time, resources. Technical aspects. Do you know what is technical aspects? Technical aspects means like the languages which is used, suppose Java is used or
For developing software.
.NET is used. Okay, so this kind of technical aspects and the softwares and all. Cost means suppose I am developing an application is taking me 5 lakh. Okay, now the client tells they will give 3 lakh rupees. So we cannot develop it, right? Time means he's telling me give me in 4 months. So we cannot give like that. It is suppose it will take 1 year. So we have to see all these things, and then resources means I need Java developer, I need .NET developer, and then I need what, guys? I need a
Testers.
yeah.
Test
So
engineers.
yeah, so these things based on this we will tell what the application is doable or no.
Not.
Then design is of two types, guys. There's a high level design and low level design. High level design is generally made by architect, and low level design is made by whom, guys? Senior developer. Yes, guys. This is the fine. And coding is done by whom, guys? Developers. And testing is done by whom, guys? Test engineer.
Test engineer.
Installation is generally done by the senior developers or by the test leads. Okay. Or there's a
IT
build team that is the IT team. They also install. So as of now, generally senior developers or test lead. Maintenance is again development team is there or separate maintenance team is there. It's like warranty. You know warranty? That means what? You will, if your mobile is not working, that will give the guarantee for warranty for 1 year, and then we will repair it within 1 year in free of cost. And after 1 year, if you want the software to be developed, then what we have to do, guys? Then we have to pay. Okay, so that is what is SDLC, step-by-step procedure to develop a software. Requirement means what, guys? Requirement means need of the customer in the form of a document. Feasibility study means whether the application to be developed is feasible or not, that is doable or not. Based on cost, time, resources, and technical aspect. Design is of two types, high level design and low level design. Suppose I want to make a house, then high level design, I have 2 rooms and one kitchen and one bathroom. This is the high level design. But if I want to go to a detail level design, then what is the width of the house, what is the width of the room, what is the width of the kitchen, and the length, breadth. That is nothing but your low level design, and then coding is done by developer, testing by test engineer, installation and maintenance. From here to here is called as SDLC. So SDLC is basically a step-by-step procedure to what, guys? To develop a
For developing a software.
This is a
Sir,
complete.
question.
Yeah, tell me. Tell me.
Where are the DevOps team involved in developing our software?
No. See, DevOps team is a separate team. Okay, there's a separate work. They are also kind of developers only. Okay, development plus operations. Okay, so that is what is their work. So they are considered as a developer. Actually, they are also developing some kind of operational applications. So that is what in the coding part will include them. So this is what, guys, SDLC. It is also SDLC has so many models. One of the model is waterfall model. Okay, so what SDLC waterfall model is same like your SDLC requirement,
SD.
feasibility, design, coding, testing, installation, and maintenance. So execution happens in waterfall. So it is called waterfall model. This is the first model, and all the models are derived from this waterfall model. So in waterfall model, we go for a life critical or machine critical application. Life critical means suppose there's an autopilot. So this is the source and this is the destination. If we want to go from source to destination by itself, this is a life critical application. So there is no changes required here. Because in changing one thing, if it affects the other thing, then the life of the people can affect. Suppose instead of 4 direction, now we are putting 8 direction, and making this 8 direction affected the petrol feature. There is no petrol, it is showing full petrol, and the plane has taken off. Okay, and now what will happen is that people can die, right? So this kind of big machines are working. So once the requirement is given, there is no changes happen. And if it is a life critical, machine critical application, then we go for waterfall model. This is the waterfall model. Shape looks like waterfall. If you drop water, it will go like this. That is why it is called as waterfall model. So advantages, since the requirement changes does not exist, we can have a proper and robust product developed according to the requirement. Parallel deliverable does not exist. Parallel deliverable does not exist means 2 teams are not working together. What is that 2 teams? I'll tell you later. There's no review process. Review process means if suppose he has brought the requirement in a wrong way, the business analyst, then the feasibility study will be done in a wrong way, designing, coding. 1 second, guys. Designing, coding, testing, all things will be done in a wrong way. So that is why what we do, guys, is that we generally what we'll do is that we don't do the changes here. Okay. So this is what is the this is the problem here. So see, if a business analyst brought the requirement in a wrong way, feasibility study wrong way, design, coding, testing, installation, maintenance is done in a wrong way. So that is why if there was anyone to review the requirement, that is called as review process exist. So here there is no review process exist. That is what is the thing, guys, and this is waterfall model. So requirement change does not exist. It is advantage or disadvantage, depends on the application. If it's a life critical or machine critical application, it is fine. But if it is a social site and all, requirement changes should be there, then only it will look fine. This is a simple model, waterfall model. There is something called a spiral model. In a spiral model, the application is divided into small modules. Suppose an Excel sheet is there. So one module is for development of cell, one module is for development of calculation, one module is for right click, one module is for VLOOKUP. So module by module, we are developing and sending it to the client. So that is called as what, guys? Spiral model. A spiral model, what will happen is, suppose there's a requirement is given, then what we'll do, we have requirement, we have a step called as feasibility study, we have a step called as Not feasibility study. We have feasibility study is already understood. So we don't include feasibility study. Rather, we include, guys, something called as design. Requirement, then design, and then what will happen is, guys, is coding, and then it will happen what, guys? Testing. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes, sir.
So now requirement is divided into four. A big requirement is divided into four parts. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So suppose this is a four module. I have taken requirement of A. Now what I will do, guys? A design of which module? A module. So I'll write here design of A. Then I will do what, guys? After design of A, I will do what?
Start
Coding
coding.
of A. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
Now testing of next is was testing of A. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Now I will take the next module B. Then what will be there? Requirement of B.
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 Then what will happen,
Design.
guys?
Design of
Design
B.
of
Design,
B.
coding, testing.
B. Coding of B. And similarly, guys, then now testing will be what? Testing of which module?
B.
B.
Testing of B plus testing of what, guys? A and B together. Yes or no,
Yes.
guys? So this is what similarly will go to the requirement C. So this is what the execution happens in which shape? Spiral shape. So it is called as which model, guys? Spiral model.
Spiral.
So what happens is spiral model, we divide the application into module, and module by module, we develop the application and send it to the customer. Advantage is what, guys? Parallel development does not exist, but requirement review does not exist. But what will happen, guys? Application is developed and given to the customer in modules. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So they will get it in a shortest form of time. Yes, yes or no, guys? Yes. Advantage is what, guys? Application is developed and sent to whom, guys? Sent to
Customer.
customers. But in what? But in module.
Module.
This is the advantage, guys. Okay. So let me write in the advantage sector, customer will get the product early at an early stage, but in module. Here, disadvantage, guys, parallel level does not exist, requirement review does not exist. So when we go for spiral model, when we want to give the product at an early stage, but in modules, we'll go for spiral model. Next is, guide prototype model.
Sir, question.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in a waterfall model, we cannot do any changes. Once the requirement comes, all the process will go on till maintenance. But
Yes,
in a spiral model, we do the coding, designing, testing in a module by module. So if there are any changes required, so can we do in a spiral?
yes, any module apart from waterfall model, we can do the changes.
Okay.
Any question, guys? This simple theoretical concepts and all, so you should getting clarity very easily. Okay, there's nothing calculation. Now let us see prototype model. What will happen? Prototype, what happens when arranged marriage happen, guys? Then how arranged marriage happen? Tell me. Arranged marriage. One photo. Yes or no, guys? Of the
Biodata.
boy and the biodata.
Yes.
Okay. So will be given. Yes. And then the photo
Similarly,
is what, guys? The main focus. Okay. Nowadays, girls are seeing the photo very carefully. Okay. They are looking for very handsome boys. Okay. Now it is just a prototype, guys, right? You
yes.
might not know that by seeing the photo, the actual person will be like that or not. But
Right.
overall, you will understand, right? That is the person, how is by looks. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
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 So that is what is that prototype model, that you get a prototype, you go to a mobile showroom, okay? And then what happens in mobile showroom? You will tell, I want to buy a very costly mobile, okay? iPhone mobile or any very costly mobile of 1 lakh rupees, okay? They will give a prototype, okay? A Reliance showroom you went, they given a prototype. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Sample model, okay? But the
Yes.
functionality will not work there. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Functionality will not work. If you click on a number, that will not happen. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
And based on that, if you understand and like, then you can buy. If you don't like, you're good and well. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So
Yes.
that is called as prototype model. First, we will develop what? One prototype, okay? Or sample model, and we'll give to whom?
Customer.
Sample model will give to customer, and then what will happen? But the functionality, will it work in prototype? No.
No.
So there's a prototype testing also, guys. Prototype testing, or also called as what, guys? Pilot testing. Okay. So pilot testing, we are testing the design according to what, guys? According to the requirement. Yes or no, guys? Yes. According to the requirement, we are testing what? We are testing the design. And then what will happen, guys, is this is here the actual test engineers are not there. Here it is just the 20. Here the actual test engineers are not there. Actually, the business analyst is doing that. He's just checking that the prototype is looking as per the requirement. And then it is given to whom, guys? To the customer. And they will give what? Customer reviews. And then we'll get the customer approval. Once we get customer approval, then we can develop the application or not? Yes.
Yes.
So what will happen is requirement feasibility study, then design and develop the prototype model. It is generally developed in HTML or XML. And this kind of UI developers will develop this, and we'll do the pilot testing or prototype testing. Who will do this? Business analyst. It is not done by the test engineer. They are just checking that the prototype developed is according to the requirement or not, that green color is there or not, that kind of testing. And then customer review will be there, customer approval will be there, then actual design will start. And then actual coding will start, actual testing will start, then it will be installed, and then maintenance. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So what is the advantage? Product is developed as per the prototype approved by customer, and once prototype is developed, we can reuse it. Again, disadvantage is parallel delivery does not exist, requirement review does not exist. When we will go for prototype model? When the customer is not sure about the requirement or new to the requirement, is startup company and all, and a new customer, they themselves is not sure about their requirement, then what will happen? We'll give a prototype and then we will actually develop the application. But if it is a big company, so okay, it's a huge company, Accenture, Wipro, Microsoft, then there is no prototype required. They know their requirement, then this model will not work out. There is something called as VNV model. I don't know how many of you have heard about that. That is called as verification. And which model, guys?
Validation.
Validation.
Model. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
Have you seen this structure, verification and validation? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So in verification and validation, what happens is this left side is called as verification and right side is called as validation. This is called as quality assurance. This is called as quality control. Review process. This left hand side is called as what, guys? Review process. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Now, let me just take it in a paint. So this is called as what, guys? Review process, left hand side. And this is called as what, guys? Actual validation or testing.
Testing.
So left hand side is verification and right hand side is what, guys? Validation. This is called as what, guys? Verification. This is called as what? Validation. Are we building the right product? Generally, testing books will write that. And this will write what? Have we built the product right? Okay. This is actual testing. This is verification. Okay. Now what will happen here is the requirement is given by whom? The customers. That is called as a high level requirement given by customers. It's converted into detail level requirement that is called as the actual requirement, SRS, that is software requirement specification, or FRS, functional requirement specification. This CRS is converted into SRS by the business analyst. Then from SRS, it is converted into high level design, then low level design, and then coding. And after coding, what is the next testing? First testing is white box testing, then functional integration system and user acceptance testing done by customer. And then finally it is released. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Now what will happen is after this, so as soon as the requirement given by customer, the business team, business analyst is converting this requirement into SRS. At the same time, this is review is going. Review for the CRS to the SRS is done by this test engineer. And this test engineer is only writing the test plan for UAT, test scenario, and test cases for UAT. So two teams are working together. Which are the teams, guys? One is this testing team, and one is this business analyst team, which is converting the CRS into SRS, and SRS into high level design is done by architect. I told you all these things: high level design to low level design, senior developer. So when this SRS is converted into high level design, then what is happening here is this is the step 2. What is happening is test engineer is writing test plan for system testing, and test engineer is writing test scenario and test cases for system testing. Now this high level design is getting converted into low level design. So test engineer is writing the test plan, test cases, test scenarios for integration testing. And finally, when low level design is getting converted into the coding, test engineer is writing the test plan, test scenario, test cases for functional testing.
Functional test.
So two teams are working together and review process exists. That is why this model is called as a very important model, VNV model, verification and validation model. So this is the, I think I have given you the material, right? Did you even looked on the material, manual testing material? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Where is the manual testing material? I shared you yesterday, right? Where is that? Yeah. Did you went through the material? Yeah. Suppose verification and validation. VNV model. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
if you go, this is the clean diagram. Okay, let me just reduce the size. Okay. Don't know why it is opening. Okay. Let me just zoom the size. Yeah. Why these things are coming? So many things are coming. Okay, that's fine. So this is the model, guys. See here, CRS to SRS, SRS to high level design to low level design to coding. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes, sir.
And here what happened? White box testing, and then functional testing, integration testing, system testing, and which testing? User
User
acceptance.
acceptance testing.
Acceptance test.
So one team is converting this CRS to SRS, and then our testing team is writing what?
Test scenario and
Test cases, test
Test
scenario.
plan, test scenario, test case, and for user acceptance testing. Then SRS is converted into HLD. Then test engineer is writing what? Test plan,
Test
test
cases.
scenario, test cases for system testing. HLD is converted into LLD, and test engineer is writing what?
Test cases for
Test plan,
integration.
test
Integration.
scenario, test cases for
Test
integration
cases.
testing.
Integration.
And this low level design is getting converted into coding. Then what will happen? Test engineers are writing what? The test plan, test scenario, test cases for functional testing. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
So all these left hand side activities are called as what, guys? Left hand side activities?
Validation.
Verification. Yes or no, guys?
Verification, sorry.
And right hand side activities are called as what?
Validation.
validation.
So what is V model? Why it is called as V model? Since execution happens in which shape, guys? Execution happens in V shape. It is called as what, guys?
V model.
V model. Yes or no, guys? Yes. What is verification and validation, and what is the difference between them? What is the answer, guys? In V model. In V model, what happened, guys? All the left hand side activities are what, guys? Are review process. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are we building the right product? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
And all the right hand side activities are called as what?
Validation.
All the right hand side activities are called as
Review and
validation. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Have we built the product right? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
This is what? Actual, this is what? Review process. This is the actual testing activities or testing activities. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So verification is more of the review kind of things, guys. We are reviewing the document, okay? Review the document or conversion of the document. Yes or no, guys? Yes. See here what happens in V and V model, no? See, more of the left-hand side activities are more of the review process, guys, because CRS is converted to SRS, SRS, HLD, HLD. And this is what, guys, more of the review process. We are reviewing the document like CRS document, SRS document, high-level design, low-level design, coding. But here, actual testing will happen. Okay, so all the left-hand side activities are nothing but your review process, verification. Right-hand side activities are called as validation, actual testing activities. There is a difference. Ask what is the difference in QA and QC. So what is QA, guys?
Quality
and
Quality
assurance
assurance.
Quality assurance. What is quality assurance?
for
Review
review
process.
purpose.
Review process.
process.
Yes or no? Where we
Yes.
will review the documents and all. Are we building the right product? And what is quality control, guys?
For testing,
Quality control. What is quality control?
for testing the application.
Testing activities. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yeah.
This is the actual testing activities. Have we built the product right? Yes or no, guys? Yes. Built the product right. Here we will actual do the testing like functional testing, integration testing, system testing. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
In the review process, we'll just review the documents. Okay. Here we will do the actual testing. Am I correct, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, the next thing is that when we will go for V model, when the application is completely complex application is completely SAP application, then we'll go for the V model application. Complex application, we will go for V model. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
The application is complex or complete?
Complex
Complex.
application.
Okay.
Now, what is the disadvantage, guys? Disadvantage is what? Any changes, we have to update from the beginning. Lot of documentation rework. Any changes will lead to lot of documentation rework. Yes or no, guys? Advantage is what, guys? Parallel deliverable exists or not? Yes. Two teams are working together? Yes. Parallel deliverable exist. And then what will happen, guys? Review process exist. Both the advantages are there. Then, guys, this is the V model, and one more model generally.
Sir, question, quality assurance and quality control is related to V model only?
No,
Or-
generally we can tell what
General.
is quality assurance. Then you have to tell
Okay.
what is the review process, where we review the documents of test scenarios, test cases, or any requirement document or design document. That is quality assurance. Quality control means actual testing. We'll do the functional testing, integration testing, system testing, user acceptance testing, customer will do. This is called as what, guys? Quality control. Any
So
more questions,
it's
guys?
also related to other models.
Any model, any process.
Waterfall.
If it is called, no.
File.
Yeah, it is related to those, but the process is not having that thing, right? There's no process of
Process
review.
is different.
Process is different. There's no process there for reviewing. There is not separate team time given. So that is the process is different. But if someone generally asks you what is difference between quality assurance and quality control, you have to tell quality assurance is the review process where we will review the documents. Quality control is the actual testing, validation. Have we built the product right? Quality assurance. Are we building the right product? This is the review process. Okay. So if you
Yeah.
see the testing is divided into further two types. What are those, guys? Functional. Do you remember that?
Non-functional.
Functional and non-functional. I told you.
Yes.
Yes. And then no functional testing is further divided into two types. Static and dynamic testing. Now, what is dynamic testing, guys? The actual testing. Yes or no, guys? Validation one. Quality control. Okay. And what is static testing? Is the
Review.
review process. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Static testing is nothing but your review process. What is review process? Are we
Building a right product.
Building the right
building
product.
the right product? Yes or no, guys?
Sir, one more question related to V model. Can we call the verification also the development process and validation the testing activities?
No. Verification we
No?
are only doing right here. Who is doing the verification? The test engineers are only reviewing the CRS. Test engineer is reviewing the SRS. Test engineer is reviewing the high level design. Test engineer is reviewing the low level design. This is done by whom, guys?
But that's the right side of its left side is verification, right side is validation.
Yeah, this is verification. This is validation. Yeah,
Yes.
tell me what is happening.
So the
Yeah.
left side we can call it development side, and right side we can call it
No,
testing
how
side.
you are telling development side? Who is converting this CRS to SRS? Business analyst, right?
Yes,
Yes.
business.
So is he the developer?
No.
No.
Then
No,
how you
okay.
telling that? Oh,
So
many
different.
people are involved, right? Many
Yes,
SRS is
yes.
converted to high level design. Who is preparing the high level design?
Developers.
Architect.
Sorry.
Right.
Yes.
So you cannot tell it is a development team, right? Because we are also
Yes.
reviewing these things, right? So entire this
Yes.
conversion and reviewing of all these things is verification. Generally review. We'll tell this reviewing
Okay.
what we are doing. That is nothing but your verification. So
Verification.
you cannot call development. There are a lot of
Development.
it is what? It is the BA team, it is the architect team, it is
Each
the
and
test
every
engineer
member.
teams. Everyone is
Yes.
reviewing the document and doing all this conversion and all. So you cannot generically tell this is development, this is testing. No, this is a group of team doing review process.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Anything more?
No.
Fine. Now I was telling hybrid model. Okay, let me just take a question, guys, on hybrid model. Hybrid is nothing but this is joining of what, guys? Spiral and prototype. How is in a spiral model we develop the application module by module? Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And this module we will just first create a prototype. Suppose requirement A, will design and develop the prototype of A. So we can write here. Let me just write here. It's not. Let me just write here. Design and develop what, guys? Prototype of requirement A. Then pilot testing of requirement A, and then, guys, customer review, and then what is the last thing, guys? Customer approval. Yes or no, guys? So these four things will be here: design and develop what? Requirement of A, prototype, and then here it will be what, guys? Pilot testing of requirement A, and then the next step is what, guys? What is the next step? Can someone tell me?
Testing.
Customer review. Yes or no, guys?
Customer.
Prototype model, we do customer review or not?
Yes.
And
Yes.
then what we get? Customer approval. Yes or no, guys?
Approval.
And then finally what will happen? Then we will actually do the what, guys? Actual design. Yes or no, guys? So is this a mixture of which model, guys?
Prototype and
Prototype.
spiral.
So that is called as what, guys?
Hybrid model.
model. Yes or no,
Hybrid.
guys?
Yes.
One more example, if someone asks, you can just tell prototype and VNV is also mixed. So, but this is the best example. You can tell spiral plus prototype is the example of hybrid model. All the advantage and disadvantage will be of spiral and prototype. You can add it. Any doubt, guys, in hybrid model? Fine, guys.
So
Let us. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. In first, this age, can you explain once more time? Like
This is requirement, right? Do you remember spiral
yes,
model?
spiral. But
What
in
are the things? Requirement, design, coding, and testing. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Now the four modules, one application we have divided into how many modules? 4 modules. A,
Four.
B, and C and D.
C.
Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
in
For
module
A,
wise.
we will design and develop the prototype, get the customer approval, and then what we'll do? We'll do the actual designing of requirement of A, coding of A, testing of A, and then we'll go to requirement of B. Then what we'll do, guys? We'll go to the customer, take the customer approval on the prototype developed for B, and then we'll do the actual designing, coding, testing for
Design,
B.
coding,
Similarly,
testing.
we'll do.
Yes.
Fine, guys.
Very time taking process.
Yeah, no, then what you can do? You don't want to do. The time will take, right? Yes. So now, guys, the actual all this SDLC, I taught you to teach you something. One model, the main model, agile model. Okay.
Yes.
So all these things we have taught, guys, so that you know agile. Okay, that is the main model. So let us just learn, guys, agile. Let me just open, guys, one board. Fine, guys. Now let us just go here. Now this is a Scrum team. Okay, Scrum team. Now there is the Scrum team has so many members, guys. There is something called as business analyst. He is called as the product owner. Okay, product owner. There is something called as customers. And there is something called as, guys, 2 developers are there, 2 test engineers are there, and 2 designers are there. So this is the team. These are the designers. These are the developers. These are the test engineers. So team size is 7 plus minus 2. That the minimum size can be 5, maximum can be 9. And duration is actually the duration at which it can be given is sprint can be delivered is 7 days, 15 days, or 30 days. Then, guys, team size is there, duration is there, okay, and skill is cross skill. Now, guys, the next thing. Now I want to take the next thing is that now, guys, the thing is that I just want to take the next topic, that is after this thing, there is something called as requirements. Given by whom, guys?
Business.
Requirements are given by whom?
Customer.
Customers. Yes or no, guys?
Customer. Okay.
And who brings this requirement?
Business analyst.
Business analyst. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So this is called as, guys, as product backlog. What is called as what? Product backlog. So what is product backlog, guys? Requirement given by whom?
Customer.
Customers. And generally this requirement are in, priority order. Requirements are in which order, guys? Priority order. Am I clear, guys? So requirements are in priority order and it's brought by the customer, brought by the business analyst, and it is put into a place called as sprint backlog. This is called as what, guys? Sprint backlog. It is brought here, and then it is put in a some set out of all this. Suppose there are 100 requirement. Out of that, we have taken 4 requirement. This is called as what, guys? Sprint backlog. These 4
Sprint.
requirements are called as what, guys? Sprint backlog. Then what will happen, guys? Out of all these requirements, these 4 requirements are taken, and then what will happen, guys, is now we'll develop these 4 requirements. So what we will do is this is why it is not going. Just give me just 1 second, guys. Yeah, that's fine. Now come here. Yeah. Now out of these 4 requirements, what we will do, guys, is we'll take and develop these 4 requirements. So what we will do is we'll take these 4 requirements and we'll develop it. We have taken these 4 requirements and we will develop it. This is sprint 1, this sprint 2, sprint 3. Now what we'll do, these 4 requirements are getting developed. Suppose the entire duration will be 11 days for development. So 7 days will go with whom? For the developer for doing coding. And the test engineers, what they will do, guys? They will prepare the document called as what, guys? Test scenario
Test
and
scenarios and test plan.
and,
Oh,
now,
sorry,
and
test cases.
after the 7 days, what will happen, guys? The actual development is done. Then what will happen?
Testing will
The
be
test engineers will
start.
do the test execution, the actual testing. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
And what the developer will do? They will log the defect. Yes or no, guys? So now these 4 days are for test engineer to get do the test execution and developer to fix it. The movement from sprint, this is called sprint 1, and this is called sprint 2. Now this movement from sprint 1 to sprint 2 is called as what, guys? Carry forward. This is called as carry forward. And what is sprint backlog, guys? Sprint backlog means what, guys? I showed you here, right? Sprint backlog means
Yes.
what? Out of all these requirements,
All the requirements.
this is called as sprint backlog. Now sprint backlog is freezed. Sprint backlog is what, guys? Is freezed. Freezed means what, guys? Will not do the any changes. Whatever changes we had to do, we have already done it. So sprint backlog is freezed, guys. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Now this is how we are developing the application sprint by sprint, module by module. That is what is agile model, and I have already told the team structure. If you remember the team structure, yes or no, guys? How Scrum team is there. What are the people here? Product owner, customer, and developer, test engineers, and designers.
Architect.
No, designers, developer. Yeah, first high level design. So we are telling overall designers, developer, and test engineers. So in agile methodology, guys, what you have to tell is, first of all, there are 3 meetings here, guys. What are the meeting? First is sprint planning meeting, where we will discuss what, guys?
Planning for
This is the first meeting where the planning and all will happen. What will happen is Scrum Master is like project manager. Okay, Scrum Master will explain what, guys? Requirement to whom? To the team. And then what will happen, guys? The next thing is team will identify the task, and then what will happen, guys? And then Scrum Master will assign the task to the team. Yes or no, guys?
yes.
Next is what, guys? Daily stand-up
Scrum.
meeting. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We discuss what we did yesterday.
What we
What
would
we
do.
are going to perform today.
Yes, this is early in the morning. That is why in Agile you cannot escape the work. That is why it is followed. Very hectic, right? 10, 15 days,
Mm.
and then every day in the morning, sometimes in the evening also they will take. What we did yesterday, what is the planning for
Next.
today,
Today,
and what is the planning for
okay,
tomorrow? Yes or
tomorrow.
no, guys?
Yes.
And also discuss the blocker if there is any.
Yes, yes, yes. Those things we will discuss here. And then the next thing is, guys, is sprint retrospect meeting. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Once I have taken this word when I was teaching you, SDLC. Yes or no, guys? Yes. It is
Yes.
also called as
Yes.
post-mortem meeting. It's
Postmortem.
also called as what, guys?
Postmortem.
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 Yeah, postmortem means what? If you die, then if we die, then we have a postmortem, right? That what was right
What
and then
went
What was wrong?
wrong?
what was wrong, and followed by
What
any
was wrong.
improvement if required. Yes or no, guys?
Yes. Yes. What went well.
Followed by any improvement if required. That is what is agile methodology. If you explain it for 20 minutes, it's over. First of all, the process. What is the process, guys? Tell me, what is the process? Requirement is brought by whom?
By
This,
customer.
No.
Customer.
Business analyst.
What are you telling me?
Business
Requirements
analyst.
are brought by whom? Business
Achha,
analyst or
brought-
not?
okay,
Yes or no,
okay,
guys?
Yes.
Now requirements are brought by the product owner. Business analyst, we call it him as what, guys? Product owner.
Product owner.
From the and then what will happen? They will bring the requirement from where? From the customers. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
First, what will happen? What is the first step? Plan of action. First step is what? The requirements are brought from the customers. Yes or no, guys? By the
Yes.
business analyst. Now, all these requirements given by customer is converted into from the customers. He has converted and he has put in one place. That is called as what, guys? Product backlog.
Product backlog.
Product backlog.
So what is product backlog? This is a requirement given by the customer. We generally tell requirement given by the customer. In which order, guys? Priority order. Requirements are in which order, guys? Priority order. Now, out of all these requirements, what we are doing? We are taking how many requirements? Some set of requirement. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
That is called as what, guys?
Sprint
Sprint
backlog.
Backlog.
Yes or no, guys? Out of this 100 requirement, we have taken 4 requirement in priority order, whichever the first 4 priority was there. There are a lot of requirement, 100 requirement. Now, out of that, we have taken which guy? The first 4 requirement, and we are developing it. Now, what will happen? How the development went? Suppose 11 days was there for the development. Then what happened, guys? How we developed that? Can you just tell me? 7 days, what the developer was doing? He was doing the coding. Yes or no,
Coding.
guys?
Yes.
And what the test engineer was doing? Writing the test scenario.
Test cases
Test
scenario.
test cases.
And in these 4 days, he was doing the actual testing and developer was fixing this application. And then once one sprint is finished, then we'll move to the next sprint, then next sprint, then next sprint until it is released. That is called as what, guys? Carry forward. Team size is what, guys? Can you just tell me the team
7
size?
plus minus 2.
7 plus minus 2. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
So this is universal?
Yes, yes. Generally in Agile, this is the team size. Okay.
Okay.
And duration is 7 days, 15 days, or 30 days for a particular sprint. What is a sprint, guys? Time taken to deliver certain set of requirement. This is sprint backlog. No, suppose this is 11 days is taking to develop this application. So that is called a sprint. So what is sprint, guys? Time taken to develop the certain set of requirement. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
No.
Generally 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, skill is cross skill means, guys, it's not that the developer will do the work of testing. No. Cross skill means all are working as a team, guys. That is why it is called as the developer, test engineer, and all is working as a team. So the skill is called as what, guys? Cross skill. Fine, guys. Now there are some questions like who is a Scrum Master? What is the answer for this?
Product owner.
Captain or no? Captain or leader of the team? Product owner and Scrum Master are different, guys. Quite clear.
Handling the
Earlier you
requirement of
Product owner is the business analyst who is bringing the requirement. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Scrum
Okay.
Master is like the project manager. He is the captain of the team who's leading the team. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Okay.
Scrum
Project.
Master is the captain or leader of the team who is responsible
For meetings.
for the development of software. Yes or no, guys?
on time. Yeah.
Next, the Scrum Master is over, guys. Next is who is product owner? He is the
Who brings the
he is
requirement?
the business analyst who brings the requirement from whom?
From client
From
customer.
customer.
Requirement from the client. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
What is product backlog?
Like
Requirement given
number
by
of requirement
Set of the requirements which
requirement
is
given by whom?
going to
by
Given by
product.
the
given by
customers. In which order?
customer.
In priority.
Priority. order.
Yes or no, guys? What is sprint backlog?
The set of
Certain-
requirement
Yeah, certain set of requirement taken from where?
from
from
backlog.
the product.
Taken from
backlog.
product backlog. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Sprint backlog is freezed. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
Freezed means what? We can't do any changes. Once we have taken, we have to develop it. What is a sprint, guys? What is the answer for this? What is a sprint?
A certain time of period
Time
for
frame.
developing and coding the
Time
Yes,
for
for delivering the piece
development of
software.
what, guys?
development and
Development
testing.
of certain set of requirement. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
So only development or testing? both?
Development
Yeah, overall, we will tell it as development, right?
Okay.
See, overall, what you will tell? The time taken to deliver these things. Okay, we can tell it as time taken to development, or we can tell time taken to deliver the certain set of requirement, which includes the coding, testing, everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, this is sprint. What is carry forward? What is carry forward, guys?
Once the one sprint will finish,
Movement from where? From one
one
sprint
previous
to
Next sprint.
other
to the
sprint
next. Yeah.
is called as what, guys?
Carry
forward.
Carry forward.
Then, guys, the next thing is, what are the meetings in Agile? What are the meetings in Agile? What is the answer for this?
Sprint planning, sprint review, sprint
Planning
retrospective.
meeting, daily stand-up meeting, sprint retrospective meeting. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
In Agile, what is Scrum? What is the Scrum, guys?
It is a process of implementing the Agile methodology.
Process for development of software. Yes or no, guys? Scrum
Yeah.
team. There's a team. It was taken from rugby game. People are following a team, and then there's one leader, and like that only. This is that is taken from rugby game. But if someone calls you a Scrum, so you have to tell it's a process of software development in Agile. Process of software development. Agile, there is another process also, like extreme programming and all.
Kanban on
Yeah, but we don't follow this. We 99% of the company follow Scrum. We will tell Scrum. Process of software development. Then. This is fine, guys. Then. Who are passive members and who are active members in Agile? So passive members are what, guys? Like the customer. Okay, he is a passive member. Okay. And active member is who, guys? Active member is like
developer.
yeah,
testing,
developers,
Test engineer.
and this
testing,
designers. Okay,
design.
Yes.
they are called as what, guys? Active member. Business analyst will also come in the active member only. Okay. So these are called as what, guys? Not yeah. Scrum master. Scrum master can come in the active member, and this product owner can go here in the passive member. They are passively seeing what is the process happening. They are called as active members. Okay. So now these passive members are called as guys. Passive members and active members, and the passive members are also called as pigs. Okay. And active members are called as chickens. Okay. No, passive members and active members. Yes or no, guys? Yes. I think. Wait 1 second, guys. Yes. So these are called as active members are called as pigs, and passive members are called as chickens. So what will happen is that this is just a terminology, guys. There was a story of chicken and pig, and then they were discussing that we'll open a hotel, and then Pig was very active, but chicken was not that much active. See, so they did not agree, and finally the pig told, see, you are just a passive people. You just give eggs and you'll not do anything. And from there, this name was taken. So I just told you the name. So these are active members, these are passive members. And this is what is the sprint process and the agile methodology. When someone asks you, explain at least 20 minutes. Keep telling. Or first start with the meeting, guys. Let us go in a very crisp way. First, tell there are 3 meetings in agile: sprint planning meeting, daily stand-up meeting, sprint retrospect meeting. In a sprint planning meeting, Scrum Master explains the requirement to the team. Team identify their task. Then Scrum Master assign the task to the team. Then daily stand-up meeting, early morning, we have a meeting. We discuss what we did yesterday, what is the planning for today, and what is the planning for tomorrow. Sprint retrospect meeting, we discuss what was right or what was wrong, followed by any improvement. After every sprint, we have the meeting. Then explain the entire process and the Scrum team. Scrum team consists of Scrum Master, Product Owner, Developer, Test Engineer, and Designer. Processes from product backlog. We are taking the sprint backlog and we are delivering the sprint by sprint. Yes or no?
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
question. They also ask, how long is your meeting? Like daily stand-up call.
See that you can tell that the meetings are for
15.
half an hour. The meetings are their daily stand up,
15
and
minutes.
sprint plannings are also for half an hour. That's all you've written. So now, guys, there's a topic called as test plan. So it is prepared in MS Word document. So what is a test plan is a dynamic document that derives entire testing activities. And who prepares the test plan is prepared by the test lead or test manager. And when the test plan is prepared, it is prepared in the beginning as soon as we get the requirement. And why the test plan is prepared? Test plan is prepared to maintain the uniformity. To remember the attributes of our test plan, the technique is OSHA was a tree and that was sad. So O for objective, S for scope, A for approach, T for test methodology, T for templates, T for test environment, R for roles and responsibility, E for effort estimation, E for entry and exit criteria, S for schedules, A for automation, D for defect tracking, and D for deliverable, and then assumption, risk mitigation, and backup plan. So we'll see these attributes, guys. Objective means the aim of writing this test plan. So this test plan is written to test the functionality of ICICI project version 1.0. Scope is divided into 2 types. In scope means features which need to be tested, like login, compose, inbox, draft, and logout. Out of scope means features which need not to be tested, like chat functionality, automation testing, performance testing. Approach means the flow of the testing. From login we went to Yahoo, from Yahoo we went to movie, then mail, sports. All these are the approaches we write here. Test methodology is the type of testing which we are going to perform. Suppose we start with smoke testing, then functional integration system and user acceptance testing. Test environment means test engineer, machine configuration, what is the software, OS, browser, RAM, hard disk. Templates means the test scenario template, test case review template, test execution report template, RTM template. Roles and responsibilities of a test engineer. So we have to review the requirement and understand, prepare test scenario, test cases, RTM, do test execution and log the defect. Roles and responsibilities of a test lead: prepare and review the test plan, and then approve test cases, assign tasks to test engineers, and defect review, handling escalation, taking daily stand-up meeting. Roles and responsibilities of a test manager is prepare, reviewing test plan, handling escalation. Then meeting development and testing team, taking monthly review meeting. Then entry and exit criteria, guys, when to start and stop the testing activities. So entry criteria for functional testing, that means coding and white box testing should be completed. EAR, environment should be ready, application should be ready, resources should be ready. Entry criteria for integration testing, functional testing should be completed. EAR should be ready, environment, application, and resource. Entry criteria for system testing, functional and integration testing should be completed. EAR should be ready. Exit criteria for functional testing based on the bugs generally we do. 3 to 4 or 5 major bug can be there, and 10 to 15 minor bug can be there. Exit criteria for integration testing: no blocker critical bugs, and no major bug, 10 to 15 minor bug. And exit criteria for system testing: no blocker critical major bug, and only 2 or 3 minor bug can be there, or no minor bug can be there. Even if 2 or 3 minor bug is there, we have to give it to take the approval from the project manager, who in turn will take the approval from the customer. Schedules means, guys, the time taken for doing, suppose the requirement to writing the test cases, doing test execution, release. So this depends on the number of resources and the time, guys. So number of resources, suppose from 11/2/2021 to 11/3/2021, we have taken this time from the requirement to test cases. So 5 days in a week, so 5 into 8 is 40, in a month is 160 hour. So one test engineer will take 160 hour to write a test case. If 4 test engineers is there, it will take 40 hours. That means 1 week. Automation testing we do using Selenium WebDriver. Language uses Java. Test management tool, suppose ALM. Regression test cases for automation testing. Defect tracking and logging is done using defect report, which is Excel sheet. Bug tracking, Jira, Bugzilla, Bugnet. Deliverable list of document handed to the customer at the time of release. And then, guys, these test cases are TM, test execution report, user manual for software developed, and the software URL via which we can access the application, release notes. So again, written in MS document. And release notes, so we mentioned the if any bug exists, or if we have fixed the bug from the previous release. Assumption, suppose if any test engineer leaves the job, risk the quality of the product will be low. Mitigation or backup plan is that another test engineer is partially working in the project. If the test engineer 1 has left the job, test engineer 2 can come and work on this project. This is just a backup plan, does not provide 100% solution. These are the attributes, guys, which you have to remember for explaining test plan. And I told you to remember is what? OSA was a tree that was sad. O for object. Everyone tell me, O for what?
Objective.
Object.
S for
Scope.
Scope.
A for
Action. No.
approach.
Approach.
T for test methodology. T for
Test method.
templates. T for
Templates.
one more T is for what?
Strategy.
Test plan strategy.
Test.
Strategy.
Test, guys.
Methodology.
T for templates. Okay. T for
Okay.
guys, I will also forget. Wait. O for objective, S for scope, A for approach, T for test methodology, T for templates, and T for test environment. Yes or no, guys?
Test environment.
Yeah. R for roles and
Risk.
responsibility, E for effort estimation, E for entry and exit criteria. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Templates, and then what? See, this T is we have taken test environment. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Now next is what, guys? S for schedules, A for automation, and D for deliverables, D for defect tracking. Yes or no, guys? Yes. D for deliverables, D for defect tracking.
And
Yes or no,
again.
guys? Yes. D is what for? D is for defect tracking and deliverables. Yes or no, guys? Yes. 2 Ds are there. It's not 3 Ds. Okay. And then R for A for assumption, and S for A for assumption, and then R for risk, and M for mitigation or backup plan. So this is what is the trick, guys. Now everyone tell with me, okay? O for what?
Objective.
Objective.
Let me just see. Do you remember? S for
Scope.
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 A for
Approach.
Approach.
approach. T for
T.
Template.
test
Template.
environment. T
Test
for template.
Template.
T
Templates.
for
Test
Test
methodology.
methodology.
Test methodology.
test methodology. S then T R. R for roles and
Responsibility.
Responsibility.
then R E. E for
Environment.
effort estimation.
Estimate.
Yes or no, guys? Based on the
First
resources and
estimate.
Entry and exit criteria.
Then
based on
Entry
what?
and exit.
Resources and the time. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
Then E for this is
Entry and
Entry and
important.
exit.
Entry and what is entry and exit criteria, guys?
When the
When
development
When to start or stop the testing activities? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
This
As
is
per
related.
schedule. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Schedule the time taken. Then A for automation.
And automation.
D for
Defect.
deliverable.
Deliverable.
What is deliverable, guys?
deliverables.
List of documents that is handed to whom? To the
Customer.
customer at the
The
time of
customer.
release. G
Release.
for defect tracking.
Defect.
Defect.
Tracking. Yes or no, guys? A for assumption. If any test
Assumption.
engineer leaves the job. Then what is the risk? Risk is what, guys? Product is low. Yes or no, guys? Product quality can be low. Assumption risk. And M for what, guys?
Mitigation.
Mitigation or backup plan. This is a assumed risk. The other test engineer may come and work there, but this does not provide 100% solution. All these attributes you have to remember. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
Now the only thing left is test execution report. Okay, let me just see I have or not. One second, guys. Let me just see I have the test execution report or not.
Sir, one question.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in agile methodology, like suppose in sprint 1, if developer is not able to develop the code, then what will happen? Like,
Then next developer will do. That is the backup plan, right? I told you, no, in test plan it is mentioned, right? The backup plan.
no, sir, I'm asking if suppose the development team, like whatever decided to development team, 2 members will be there.
Then we have to
And
discuss with the client, right? Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Sir, my question is suppose in sprint 1, if developer is not able to finish their development,
Assigned task.
Yeah,
like,
then this is what I'm telling, guys. If he is not able to finish, then who is responsible for this? Scrum Master, right?
okay,
So
they
they
will discuss with
so
us.
he will either assign it to the some other developer or tell him to work in weekend or do something. Or if suppose it's completely failed, then he will have to communicate to the client, right? He will have to
Yes.
put some other resource. He will have to put some other developer. Something he has to manage, right?
Okay, means it will not carry forward to sprint 2,
No,
right?
no, because it is already committed to the client, right? When you commit any the requirements, you cannot move it to the next sprint. Yes or no,
Okay,
guys?
okay. Yes, yes.
When you have already committed that you will prepare your food, okay, for the friends who are coming. So is it possible then you call them and they are at your home and then you will tell the next day,
Sir, good
But
example.
we can order from market if you don't make it.
something but something you did right. It is not that you can tell them you come next time I prepare.
Yes,
Okay?
yes.
Then the friendship will be a break, right? Then the customer will never go to that particular company, right? Yes. So test execution, guys, is report is the number of test cases written, number of test cases executed, number of test cases passed, a number of test cases failed, percentage of test case passed, and percentage of test case failed. That's all, guys. It's just a summary kind of thing. Okay, how many test cases passed, failed, all those things. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Suppose a number of test cases written, and here the module is there. Suppose functional testing, integration testing, system testing, and all. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So suppose number of test cases written for functional testing is 400. And number of test cases executed is 400. Number of test cases passed is 400. Failed is 0. So percentage here, this some formula will be there. It will come 100%. Fail is 0%. And then suppose number of test cases written is 400. And number of test cases executed is 400. And number of test cases passed is 399. Number of test cases fail is 1. Then this percentage, some formula is there. It will tell. Pass minus fail divided by pass, like that, these values will come. Similarly, here it is 400. Number of test cases executed 400. Number of test cases passed 400. Failed 0. And then percentage of test case pass 100. Like that, this is a summary kind of report. Based on that, we can tell what, guys? Stability of the application. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
This is fine, guys. Now, next topic I just want to take you. Sometimes they are asking, difference between a smoke and sanity testing. Okay. Actually, in real time, both are same only. Smoke testing and sanity testing. But just for your understanding, if this is asked, then what you have to tell is, so smoke testing and sanity testing. So what happened, guys? Smoke testing is what? Testing the
Basic and critical.
basic and
Critical
critical
feature.
features of an application. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Basic and critical features of an application. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
And what is sanity testing? Narrow regression testing. Suppose for regression testing, there are 50 test cases we have selected. Out of that, if we take 10 test cases, that is called as sanity testing. We will not test the entire thing in the regression testing. Suppose there was 50 old test cases which needs to be tested. We have taken the few important test cases, suppose 10 test cases, that is called as sanity testing. So what is sanity testing, guys? Narrow regression testing is called as what, guys? Sanity testing. Means subset of regression testing. That's all. Simple way you can tell it as what, guys?
Subset of
Subset of what testing? Regression.
regression test.
Regression.
Then, guys, next is this is shallow and wide. This is the words used. This is narrow and deep. That means if we test one test case also in regression testing, we'll go in detail. So it is narrow and deep. Next, guys, in the smoke and sanity testing, generally it is scripted. Scripted means test scenario is written or test cases are written. And here we will pick it from where? Pick it
From
from
previous release.
previous release test case repository. Yes or no, guys? Yes. Then this is generally done by the both developer and test engineer, basic testing both days. But here only the test engineers will. This is the differences. Sometimes they ask, and real time smoke sanity is same only basic features we are testing. So this is the smoke and sanity testing. The difference if someone is asked, then. After this, guys, the last topic I want to take is exploratory testing. Sometimes they are asking exploratory testing, which is what, guys? If there is no requirement or no clear requirement, then what we will do, guys? We will explore the application. Explore means what, guys? Open and use it in all possible ways. So that is called as what, guys? Exploration. And then do the documentation work. Documentation work means write the test scenario and what, guys?
Yes,
Test cases. And then actually do the test execution. That is nothing but your testing. So that is called as what, guys? Exploratory testing. Whenever there is no requirement or no clear requirement, we'll explore the application. Based on our exploration, we'll understand the application and document it. That is, we'll write the test scenarios and test cases and then test the application. This is called as exploratory testing. So what is exploratory testing? Whenever, can someone tell me what is exploratory testing?
the
Whenever
requirement is not clear.
no
Not clear.
requirement or not clear requirement. What
Clear
will do, guys? We will explore the application. Then what will happen? Based on what? Our exploration, what we'll do? We will
We write the test
will understand the application and do the documentation and do the documentation. Documentation means what, guys?
Test scenario
Yes.
testing.
Write what? Write test scenario and test cases. And then do what? Test execution. What is test execution, guys? Do testing. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Mm.
This kind of testing is called as what?
Exploratory testing.
Exploratory testing. Explore and test. So it is called as exploratory testing. So generally, we'll consult to the domain expert if we have any doubts in exploratory testing. And the disadvantage is bug may be misunderstood as what, guys? Feature. And feature may be misunderstood as what, guys?
Bug.
Bug. Feature may be misunderstood as bug. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Mm.
So this is exploratory testing, guys. I think this is the last topic I wanted to take from
Sir,
the.
question.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, in agile methodology, we don't have enough time. Means for testing, we mainly perform functional system integration, regression. But do we have time for these ad hoc monkey smoke sanity we can do?
Yeah,
But
the
ad hoc
non-functional testing,
exploratory-
if time permits, suppose the application is simple, okay, not that much time will take. If time permits, then only we can do non-functional testings like performance and compatibility and ad hoc and all, okay? But functional testings we have to do. It depends totally on the time and the client, what is the particular time he has given. So what are the topics we learned, guys, today? Can you just tell me?
SDLC,
SDLC. And what are the models we learned here? Waterfall model,
waterfall, spiral,
spiral
Spiral.
model, then
prototype,
prototype model,
and V model.
Yes.
V model. Yes or no, guys?
VNP, yes.
It is also called as V model, okay? Prototype model. Then what is the V model?
Agile,
Hybrid model,
hybrid, yes.
agile
Yes.
model. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Then we learned what, guys? Test plan. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Then we learned test execution report. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Then we learned something called as what, guys? Exploratory testing.
Smoke and sanity.
Smoke and sanity testing. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
These are the things we learned. What is SDLC?
Software development type.
That is the full form. What is SDLC? It is the
Process of
step-by-step
developing the
procedure,
software.
step-by-step procedure to develop an application. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
Yes.
So what is prototype model? What is the answer for this? How the prototype model works?
Means it's already means an application already there, like prototype will be there, and we'll see to the customer, and customer, if there is any changes required, then developer team will start to code the.
No. First we will design the prototype or not?
Yes.
Yes.
First, we will design and develop the prototype and do the prototype testing, and then we will hand it to whom? To the customers, and customer will do the review, and he will give what?
Review.
The approval. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
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 And then we will do the design coding. Okay. Monica, what is spiral model?
The spiral model, first we get the requirement and
We'll divide the application into
first
what?
we take one module and
We'll
start
divide
writing.
First you have to tell that we'll divide the application into modules and then
Modules.
develop the application. Yes or no, guys?
Then that, yes, module wise and
Module by
design,
module, we are developing the application.
develop and then test.
So why it is called as spiral model? Since the
Because
execution happens in which step?
Spiral.
Spiral
Spiral
shape.
shape. So what is VNV model, guys?
It is a verification and validation model.
verification.
Yeah. So can you explain, Mahesh, what happens in VNV model?
In verification part, that is a documentation parts when we review, and in validation part we do the testing.
That's all, huh? First, you have to explain this, right? CRS is getting converted into what?
SRS.
Yes or no, guys? I told you what is CRS?
Customer requirement specification.
Specification.
Customer requirement
Specification. Functional requirements.
CRS is customer requirement specification, also called as business requirement specification. It is converted into what?
SRS.
Functional requirement specification or what? Software requirement specification.
Specification.
This is high level requirement, right? Login page. Now the detail will be here, right? Login page should have username, it should have password, it should have OK button, it should have cancel button. And then in username, it should be what, guys? In username, it should be the length should be this, and it should accept alphanumeric
Only
values and all those things.
Yes, sir.
So that is called as FRS or SRS. So yes, Mahesh, where was I? Tell me. CRS is converted into SRS by whom?
Business analyst.
And what is the test engineer doing at that time? He's reviewing
Writing
Writing test
No,
plan.
no. First he is reviewing the CRS or
Yes.
not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And then he is writing what? Test plan,
plan.
for UAT
Test
and
plan.
test cases for UAT. Then
Yes.
SRS is converted into high level design by whom?
By
Architect.
Analyst
developer.
or architect.
Architect. And then what is he doing? What is he doing?
Test cases.
Writing
Test
test
He is
scenario.
reviewing the first. See, guys, you are not telling the review word. First, you have to tell he is reviewing what?
Reviewing
SRS.
the SRS document.
And then
SRS.
writing the test plan, test scenario, test cases for system testing. Then what happened? High
High
level
level is
design is
con-
converted into what?
Low
Low
level
level.
design.
Low level
And what is
design.
the test engineer
Reviewing.
doing? Reviewing the
Review.
high level design. And writing what? Test plan, test scenario, test cases for which? Integration.
Integration testing.
Integration testing.
Then low level design is converted into coding. What
Coding.
the test engineer is doing? He is reviewing what? Low level
Reviewing.
design and writing what?
Test cases.
Test
plan,
cases
test
for
scenario,
functional
test
testing.
cases for
For
functional
functional
testing.
testing.
Functional
All these
testing.
left hand side activities are called as review process. Are we building the right product?
Right product.
And all the right hand side activities are called as what?
Testing.
Quality
Actual
control.
testing.
Testing
Actual
activities.
testing.
Have we built
Testing.
the
Right
product right?
Right.
And a hybrid model is built on what, guys?
Spiral model and
Prototype.
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 Agile methodology. What are the meetings here, guys?
Sprint planning,
Sprint
daily scrum,
Planning, sprint
retrospective.
review, sprint retrospective.
Daily stand-up meeting and sprint retrospect meeting.
Yes.
Now, what is a test plan? It is a dynamic document that derives what?
Objective,
Entire
approach.
Objective.
Activities. Who
Scope,
prepares the test plan?
test lead,
Test lead or test
Test
manager.
manager.
And when is the test plan prepared?
Once we get the requirement.
Once
In
we
the
get the
beginning, as soon as we
requirement.
get the requirement. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
So now tell me the attributes of a test plan.
Objective,
Approach.
approach,
No. Objective then what?
Very long.
Objective then, I told you Osa was a tree that was sad. Yes or no, guys? Yes.
objective,
Osas trees.
Then
right?
as for what?
Scope.
scope,
Wait.
approach.
You have to tell me the abbreviation. O for objective. S for
Scope.
Scope.
is divided into what other types?
In scope and out scope means
Out
what are
Scope. Then
Yeah.
wait. A for what?
approach,
Approach.
Then also T for what?
test,
Test,
template.
deliver. No.
Yes, there are three
Okay.
T's, right? One is test methodology, one is test environment, and one is templates. Yes or
Yes.
no, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
R for
R for requirement.
roles and
Roles and
responsibility.
responsibility.
E for
Exit,
Ex-
entry.
entry and exit criteria,
Entry and
and
exit.
one more E
Yes.
for effort estimation. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then OSA was a tree that was said. S for schedules, and A for
X.
automation. Yes or no, guys?
Automation.
Automation. Yes.
And D for defect
Deli-
tracking
and
D for
deliverable.
Back.
deliverable. And then there are three golden words: assumption, risk, and mitigation and backup plan. Yes or no,
Backup.
guys?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, too lengthy.
No,
Too
but
lengthy and hard to
telling,
use.
but by telling 2-3 times we can remember, right? Yes.
Yes.
What is test execution report, guys?
It consists of
It is a
how
document. Do you
that
remember that? I told you it is a document which consists of what, guys?
Pass, fail,
Number of
fail
test cases
Number of
percentage.
test
executed,
cases written, number of test
written,
cases
executed,
executed, number of
failed,
test cases passed,
pass,
failed, pass
percentage
fail
of-
percentage. Based on that, we can tell what?
Mhm.
Stability of an
Stability of-
application.
Yes.
Application.
So next is, guys, exploratory testing. What is exploratory testing, guys?
If there any no requirement,
No
clear,
specific or clear
It's
clear
in the-
requirements.
No requirement or no
we
clear
explore
requirement,
the
then what we'll do?
application. We
Explore the application, then based on exploration, what we'll do?
Right.
write
The
the
test
Writing
cases,
the
test
test
scenario.
cases.
test
Write
scenario
the
test.
test scenario and test cases,
Test
and
cases.
then
Test
do the
cases.
actual testing. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
This kind of testing is called as what?
Exploratory
Exploratory
testing.
testing.
Exploratory.
Difference between smoke and sanity. What is smoke testing?
Basic and critical
critical
testing.
functional.
Critical features. What is
Critical
sanity testing?
functionality.
What is sanity testing?
Subset of
Previous
smoke.
subset of previous
Subset of regression
We
regression.
can call it, or we can call it as narrow regression testing. Yes or no, guys?
Narrow.
Yes.
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 This is shallow and wide. This is narrow and deep. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
They is scripted generally taken from the regression test cases, and this is done by developer and test engineer, and this is done only by test engineer. Yes or no,
Test
guys?
engineer.
Yes.
Tomorrow means Monday. Monday, what will happen, guys? Project explanation, and then what will happen, guys?
Interview question.
Mock.
No. And interview
Wednesday.
question. Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All your roles and responsibilities, CV and everything will be taken on Monday. Yes or no, guys? Yes. So you have to prepare this CV in this weekend, guys, so that you are prepared on Monday. And Tuesday, what will happen, guys?
Mock.
Mock interview.
Tuesday will be the mock interview. The last class will happen here. Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So here we complete our syllabus. Yes or no, guys?